morning. Happy Wednesday. Here we are, 2nd of August. And boy, summer's full on here in the Northwest. We had we were in the 90s yesterday, and they're talking about going in the upper 90s today and possibly into triple digits by tomorrow. So I'm just out there walking and doing my thing, soaking in the sun, doing all of that photosynthesis, um, gaining energy. And yesterday, I finally came up with a brilliant little momentary idea. I grabbed a little plastic cup that I was able to fit into a pocket of my shorts. And so I was able to loop during my whole afternoon walk, which just kept giving me boosts of energy. Now, what I really want to get is one of those collapsible cups. You know, they have a telescopic, and they're like for camping and stuff, and they collapse. That way, I can just stick it in my back pocket. So I'm kind of looking for one of those. But anyway, I'm going to give you a little background this morning because I think it's time. Um, I was born the youngest of 5 boys, so I grew up under a lot of pressure, and I had a lot of shortcomings. I was it was really kind of pathetic, really. I wet my bed till I was 12. I chewed my nails till they were bloody stumps until I was 28. And I had a lot of things to overcome. And so as I grew, I tried to build more and more confidence, and sometimes that reared its ugly head. It seemed like arrogance and, whatever. But I was a poor student. I really didn't do well in school from the very beginning. And so I ended up having to do summer school every year if I wanted to go to the next level. And I'm dyslexic, and I've always had a bit of a challenge in writing. I still do. And but I've worked at it. I've worked at overcoming that. I ended up dropping out of high school. I was doing college for, starting in my junior year, I was doing commercial baking and then went to commercial cooking. And I just couldn't take the high school anymore, so I dropped out. I went to work, and the following year I went back as a college student with no GED or a high school diploma. Imagine that. So, I went into a profession as a professional chef for a long, long time. And it was the first thing that I ever found that gave me a sense of creativity and talent was food. But I've worked at writing for a really long time, and um, I, I've done. I went to broadcasting school. I went to film school. I really excelled in, cooking school, broadcasting school, and film school. I excelled because they were tactile. They were focused on my interest, and it wasn't filling me up with unnecessary knowledge that I couldn't understand or care for. So now I'm in a point in my life where, I'm pretty comfortable in my skin, and I feel completely healthy. The pee drinking has been like an amazing transformation for me. My skin is all tightening up. My eyes are getting better. My hair, my insides, my demeanor, my attitude. I no longer am depressed. I've gotten rid of all my ailments, all my chronic pains, all the meds. I mean, it's just been a massive change. And no matter what I do in my life, it doesn't matter. It seems that one way or the other, I always, seem to offend somebody along the way. And I'm always willing to look at that. I actually, yesterday, I put out kind of a feeler just to see what people thought. And, based on the feedback, they from the people that I heard from overwhelmingly. They said, dude, just do what you do. We love you. We love what you do. Just keep doing what you're doing because, we just dig it. And so that gave me a lot of love and support. And I appreciate that from all you people that gave me those shout outs and kudos and whatnot. I appreciate that because I work at, overcoming my own obstacles every day. And in life, people want to trip you up somehow, and sometimes they don't mean to. Maybe they're just they're well intentioned and their communication might be off. So here's the point: is that it's real easy to get offended. It kind of falls out of alignment. So here's the again to be succinct. The four agreements. By Miguel Ruiz, and one is to be impeccable with your word, and I strive for that. I speak the truth. I am authentic. I am totally genuine, and I am myself. The second agreement is do not take things personally. Now, this one's tough. This one's really tough for most people because, we get rubbed the wrong way and we immediately take it personally. And that's just not a healthy choice. And then the third thing is don't assume anything. And that's dangerous. It makes an ass of you and me, as the old saying goes. And to assume things about anybody is really a breach, and it's not really warranted. If we just trust and allow that who we are and who other people are they're just doing the best they can every day, and all we really need is just love and encouragement. How many rocks need to be thrown, at a glass house, and um, it's just it can be disturbing at times. And so it's a part of all of our process. This is a human experiment, and we're all in this together. And what we need to do is learn to love each other and care about each other and support each other. So that brings in the final agreement. Do the best you can. And that's all I strive to do. I strive to do the best I can as I show up on this planet every day. And I have to agree that the pee drinking has helped me immensely. It's got me with much more clarity in my mind. It's got me totally healthy and pain free. That part is amazing. My skin is tightening up. I had a lot of hanging skin because I lost a lot of weight, and all of a sudden my skin was hanging. But by doing the body rubs, my skin is tightening back up. And so to me, the pee thing is a miracle. I've got much more of a love of myself. I really love myself and care for myself, and I'm enjoying myself. And every day is like a marvel, a miracle, a wonder. And I wake up with this childlike enthusiasm about myself. And I just want to go about my day, and I feel like just a child in a new world. It is really what it feels like. And for this, I am grateful. So, let's remember that everybody has their own fragile way about going through life. We all have sensitive egos, and we all have our ways and means that we function, and it's not anybody's business how we do that. And I still to this day I can't tell you the difference between a verb and a noun. I never learned grammar. I never got past adding, subtracting, and dividing and multiplying. These things weren't that important to me. And they still are not important to me. It really isn't. Whether I'm grammatically correct or not, that I don't, it doesn't matter. Really, why does it matter to anybody? I'm just being myself and sharing myself. And I encourage everybody to do the same. Just be yourself. Nobody's going to do you better than you. And if other people think that, they got one up on you, well, I look at them and I go, what, you want me to be like you? Isn't one of you enough? How many assholes do we really need on this planet? He said in jest. It's, and I have no problem going up and telling people, look, man, you're just being a total asshole. And the reason I know that is because it takes one to know one, and I can see right through you. Because I've been an asshole in my life. And I hate to pull that card. I don't want to pull the asshole card. I really don't. I just want to keep handing out the love card. That's what I work at every day, is just showing everybody that they can love themselves, they can heal themselves. If you get past your own limitations, if you get past the idea that drinking pee is disgusting and nasty, if you just start doing it, you're going to see improvements that you never imagined, ever. And any pee drinker will tell you this. Anybody who's been doing urine therapy will tell you this, that their bodies have changed, their minds have changed, their hearts have changed, their clarity has changed. Everything about them changes in positive, beautiful ways. And so I encourage you, love yourself, drink your pee, and allow people to be who they are. It's not hard, really. So I wrote a little piece to reflect some of this, and this is it. It's entitled, If I Offend You. If I offend you. So I have been writing for quite a while, and as a poet, I have a style. My cadence is set in a rhythm and rhyme that bears a signature that's truly mine. I write in caps. It's how I flow. Like it or not, that's what's so. When you understand this, it's easy to see. I am not shouting, I'm just being me. So, as a pea drinker, I just want to say I am a free thinker, and I'll continue this way. So, if I offend you, what can I do? Change who I am to satisfy you? That's not going to happen, as you can see. But I will toast you with a grail full of pee. And I toast you. So be free, drink pee, and hey, I'm just being me. And I encourage you to do the same. Be yourself and love yourself, honor yourself, and don't let anybody be shaking your tree and wasting the fruits, of your beautiful, lovely, wonderful existence here on this plane. It's just plain. It's plain to see. So, with all that being said, I love you very, very much. And I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And boom! Ha! You've just been loved. Bye now.